welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a new video in the series of great Celtic goals and great Celtic players over the years of me supporting Celtic, which has been since the early 70s, so over 50 years now. The subject of the next couple of videos is going to be great Celtic strikers of the 1990s. And the first of which is going to be Pierre Van Hooijdonk, a player with a pretty remarkable scoring record for Celtic. Sadly, he only played just over 2 seasons for Celtic before moving on under slightly controversial, disappointing circumstances, and he carried on his career at quite a number of different clubs, and then went into being a football pundit and sports agent. And of course, his son, Sidney Van Hooijdonk, has been linked off and on with Celtic over the last couple of years. In this Pierre Van Hooijdonk tribute video, we're going to have a look at some of his stats and achievements, 5-6 minute extract of many of his Celtic goals, and finishing off with a wee general bit of analysis and my own views of Van Hooijdonk as a player and as a Celtic great. Pierre Van Hooijdonk joined Celtic in January 1995 and stayed at the club until March 1997. He was signed for £1.2 million from NAC Breda in Holland, and over his Celtic career and career with other clubs, he also picked up 46 caps for Holland and 14 international goals for Holland and the Netherlands. And over the course of his whole career, which was 18 seasons from 1989 to 2007, he played for 8 different clubs and played for 2 of those clubs on 2 occasions, and retired at the age of 37. Over his Celtic career, he won just one trophy. That was the Scottish Cup, in the Scottish Cup final where we beat Airdrie 1-0 with him scoring that goal. And in 92 games for Celtic, he scored a very impressive 56 goals for Celtic, so over 1 goal every 2 games. And over his whole career for those 8 different clubs, 551 games and 335 goals. So again, for his whole career, better than 1 goal every 2 games, which does put him in the top echelons of strikers of modern day. And it is a shame that he didn't stay at Celtic for more than those 2 and a bit seasons, as he could easily have been up in the top 10 scorers of all time for Celtic had he stayed a few more seasons. Next thing we're going to do is just have a wee look at some of Van Hooijdonk's best goals for Celtic. A couple of brilliant goals against Rangers, also that cup winning goal against Airdrie. Lots and lots of other goals against lots and lots of other teams, showing just how good a player he was. So enjoy those clips, and then we'll finish off with a wee general overview, my own view of Van Hooijdonk as a player and as a Celtic great. think from those goals that Van Hooijdonk scored for Celtic, pretty obvious that he was a big, tall striker, 6'4" in height, but also very quick reactions, very quick over a short distance, very hard to knock off the ball, and he had absolutely brilliant striker's instincts as a poacher, to get onto the end of balls, rebounds, and brilliant ability in the air. Able to score right-footed, left-footed, very good at taking penalties, and also, which I'd kind of forgotten about him, a brilliant record of taking and scoring direct free kicks as well. Pretty much an all-around striker, and shone very, very brightly for Celtic for those couple of seasons. Towards the end of his career for Celtic in late 96, early 97, did start to get into a lot of disputes with management and the club itself over his salary and contract and bonuses, and despite being offered what was actually a big contract for those days, he decided to move on to Notts Forest, where he also got into similar disputes with his teammates, the management, and the club itself, and did tend to go from club to club to club. Over his career, he started off at Roosendaal in Holland, then to NAC Breda, then his 2 and a bit years at Celtic, then on to Notts Forest, then back to the Netherlands, back to Holland for Vitesse Arnhem, then on to Benfica, back for Feyenoord, then spell with Fenerbahce in Turkey, then back to NAC Breda in his home country, and finished his career in 2007 at Feyenoord, and then went into, as I said, football punditry and football agent work. Despite the fact that he only played 2 and a bit seasons for Celtic, I still would put him down as being a Celtic great. 56 goals in under 100 matches, very, very impressive. Brilliant strike rate in terms of Celtic's all-time players, and was able to score goals in all countries, all leagues, was a success wherever he went. In his post-football retirement life, he's also often been a rather controversial pundit, and at times rather outspoken. However, he does remain one of my all-time favourite Celtic players, and as I said a wee bit earlier in the video, would have been lovely to have seen him stay at Celtic for 4 or 5 seasons, as he could easily have been up towards 150 to 200 goals mark if he stayed 4 or 5 seasons at Celtic. Sadly, he moved on, and Celtic lost a very talented player. Van Hooijdonk did have the misfortune of playing for Celtic when Celtic weren't really winning very many tournaments, winning very many trophies, and it is one of the sad things for him at Celtic that he only did win that one trophy at Celtic. So hopefully you've enjoyed this wee tribute reminder of one of Celtic's greats, and if you're that wee bit younger and never saw him live, hopefully this generates some enthusiasm and admiration for one of Celtic's greats of the 1990s. Just as we finish off, if you are new to the channel, not yet subscribed and like this sort of video and had a wee look at the other videos on the channel, please do click that subscriber button, keep the numbers going up and up and up. If you have liked the video, please do click that like button, and do feel free to pop your own thoughts regarding Pierre Van Hooijdonk into the comment section, your own memories of him, your own thoughts of him as a player and as a Celtic great. And so until the next video, a goodbye and hail, hail.